Hey everybody, we've changed locations for this one. We're at Kevin Span's place, the Span Studio. Um, sure. Why don't you tell everybody why we're here, Kevin?
Okay, this week, bro, I want you to introduce Chad first.
This is our friend Chad Roper.
The new guy.
We're gonna be he's gonna be reviewing a film with us on this occasion, and Kev.
We're gonna do the better two of the web series, because after Dark Knight, that was the age of the internet. There's 1,000 YouTube knockoffs to coincide with that. Heath Ledger Joker was a big game changer. A lot of people wanted to do fan productions based on that version of the Joker. And we're doing the Joker blogs, which is the most successful of the knockoffs, and it's an ongoing series, and it's probably the best web series I've ever seen. Like it's really high up there. I'm not sure if Nolan specifically, but Nolan's teams actually commented on how faithful they think this is.
That's cool. I've seen like some of the first episode, and this was like a long time ago, so I don't really remember much or have much to say about it. It's really Kevin's specialty.
Yeah, basically it's supposed to show what happens after he gets sent to Arkham at the end of Dark Knight. And they wrote this before Dark Knight Rises, so there might be some irregularities, but it fits in pretty well to Nolanverse. So how about this? What's your favorite version of Joker, Louis? Because this is the Heath Ledger Joker, basically.
I mean, I really can't I can't pick, man, because it's like you said, Heath Ledger's changed everything, and I remember when that came out, it's just so much more like believable and realistic and just dark and chaotic and stuff. But that being said, he's not as comic faithful, and in that sense, I think Jack Nicholson is awesome. But it's really hard to pick. I mean, it's two different worlds, really.
Yeah. Because it was easy to say the Heath Ledger Joker's the best, but it's just become so oversaturated.
Mm-hmm.
Like we're about to do a series that I'm probably gonna praise to hell, but at the end of the day, it's just so overdone at this point.
Yeah.
So how about you? What's your favorite Joker?
I don't know. Heath Ledger would definitely have to be my favorite. Like you said, it is a little oversaturated, but I mean, he portrays the character very well, in my opinion. Sent chills up your spine.
Yeah,
It really does.
Okay, so I guess hopefully we can recommend this. So y'all enjoy it.
I liked him personally. I did. I very much liked him. I didn't know what to think diving into it, obviously, because Kevin's the only one that's seen it. But the first episode was kind of, honestly, it was like, okay, don't really know what to expect. There's some cinder blocks behind him. It's a dude acting like Heath Ledger. But then, like, by the third episode, you're like, okay, this is pretty cool. Like, he's got it together. It's a good impersonation, and I think Heath Ledger would have been proud of it if he could have seen it. I mean, I thought it was cool, and I was a big fan of the idea of it turning into a found footage kind of thing, because it left, like, The Office or whatever, so to speak. But, Kevin, Chad, you guys?
Okay, so going in, what did you imagine this would be, I guess?
I mean, to be honest, first impression, I thought it was just going to be a lot of him being interviewed by a psychiatrist, and then it turns into, like, him roaming around the streets and, like, blowing up fucking
And the fact that they called all that footage and it was an indie film, I mean, that's amazing.
Yeah, it was awesome. Yeah, and they had a lot of sweet locations and stuff, and, like, cool things going on.
So how about you, Chad? From episode 1, did you have any clue where that was going to go?
No, absolutely not. I had no idea. But, I mean, it definitely made something you could follow, for sure. It sucked you in. And then it got darker, and
It definitely is dark.
dark comedy, definitely.
So we're all satisfied with his Heath Ledger impersonation.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I think personally, on the only criticism, and I'm just being that guy, I guess, for real, but and I'm not trying to seem like, because I thought it was excellent, but he was like a key higher than normal, like Heath Ledger. Like his voice was a little higher, but that's just the dude himself. I mean, the impersonation was excellent.
Yeah, it was
The
spot on.
delivery was excellent. The idea was excellent. Like the scripting
You could
was
really
excellent.
get into the character.
Yeah, it was
His
awesome.
performance.
And like the dark comedy was great. The all the references to the Dark Knight,
Oh,
like
yeah,
the whole
there's tons
Nolan
of
verse was
references.
excellent. I mean, it was his. And then I was waiting personally on
For
them the Scar
Yeah.
story. Yeah, he had an awesome. I mean, everything about that little moment was like spot on. You could see it being like a Heath Ledger thing. It was excellent. Bong.
Okay, so obviously with long hair and Chelsea Grin and the way he does the makeup, he looks just like the Heath Ledger version.
Yeah.
But do you feel like his delivery and all that was just an impersonation, or did he do anything special with it? Because I feel like he was a little jokier than the Heath Ledger version. But I haven't watched Dark Knight.
He put his own
yet.
style into it,
Yeah.
definitely.
I think he did more dark comedy.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, a little more dark comedy than just pure anarchism, but definitely a good blend. I mean,
So I guess I'm asking, did he do his own thing, or is it like 90% Heath Ledger?
75.
so yeah,
75%.
a good 75, 80, yeah. It's a good ratio. But I also like the incorporations they use from the Nolan verse with the, they obviously had the actual Joker knife blade. It's
Yeah.
distinguishable because it's a quick release switchblade, but it has the hollowed out center,
Yeah.
and that's what makes it. I've always noticed that on numerous knife websites and stuff that I look at. But well, you should just go get it real quick and just pop it out. But and I like that. I don't know if they caught it, but in certain moments, not at the beginning, but kind of later on as they progress, but there were these edgy little guitar noises in the background, kind of just to build up like the ambience and like the emotions, and you like this is a kind of a sinister moment. They kind of had that going on that was going on in the movies themselves,
Yeah.
and they also used like footage in the last episode of the first season. Because that's what we're reviewing is the first season, and I don't think we ever made that clear really totally, because I didn't even know that that's what we were doing really, but.
Well, it was like 3 a.m. when we finished, and the second season's not done yet, so
Yeah.
I guess why review half of it?
But it's like 3 a.m. when you finish, so we just started late. Realistically, if you sat down and watched it start to finish, it would be shorter or about the same length as an early Batman film. Like they're definitely not as long as the Nolan films, I would say.
Depending on your internet
What's it
connection.
think was?
Depending on your internet connection, but yeah.
That was an hour and a half in total.
I'd say about an hour or two tops.
Yeah.
Because the wedding, well, that footage, that episode, that one was like 20 minutes long.
Yeah.
It seemed it was a long one, but
Yeah, most of the others are less than 10.
yeah. And then there's like a couple that were like 1 and 1.5 and 2.
All the holiday specials really short.
That's what I was gonna. I like the holiday specials. I like the incorporation of like trying to make it viral and having like you send these things to this place or
Yeah,
check out.
all the fourth wall jokes.
Yeah, and I really liked the how at the end when they're showing the news footage and it has like the stuff scrolling by at the bottom like you see in normal news channels. It was like direct representation of like normal things going on in Gotham, and then it was even like they mentioned the blimps, like in the animated series and everything.
I would almost say that last scene with the newscaster, that's almost better than any Batman movie to date, because they've never done that. They never, they've never thrown in all those Easter eggs or seeded all this stuff. That like, this is what exists in the Batman universe.
Yeah.
You don't gotta show the Penguin. You could just mention, Cobblepot having issues with the Iceberg Lounge, and it just builds the universe.
Yeah, that is a very good point. But yeah, that was awesome how they mentioned all that, and it's cool how they use footage from the other movies just to kind of further the idea that it's in the same universe.
Yeah.
But
So in your head, is this in the Nolanverse from now on? When you think of the Dark Knight movies,
when I think of the Dark Knight movies, I think of the Dark Knight, and then I think of how much just, I don't want to say disappointment, but I don't know. I was kind of let down with Dark Knight Rises, totally, honestly, like ultimately. But anyways, when I think of the Dark Knight, I think of like the movie itself. I think of how like radically like I thought it was when I first saw it, and then I think of the Joker graphic novel, and
yeah, that mine is it really does fit.
yeah, it fits in because it's after / with or whatever, and then this is kind of like directly after. So I could see all these things encompassing it. Ultimately, I feel as much fan speculation and oversaturation, as we pointed out earlier, there is with the Nolan Joker, that the Dark Knight movie itself is ultimately, say 20 years from now, still going to be evolving storylines out of it. Just like how Star Wars has an expanded universe and et cetera, et cetera.
That's a good point.
So that being said, this was an awesome introduction to that idea. I mean, I think it's just cool. Again, I mean, I know I said I'm a fan of the whole found footage stuff, but it was neat how they went into that.
Yeah, if you want more Heath Ledger, this is the best you'll ever get, in my opinion.
I mean,
Yeah, absolutely. It's the best I've ever seen.
Absolutely.
And,
Like we said, 75%.
Yeah.
and
You're not going to get much better than that.
I could easily pretend this takes place in the Nolanverse. This could
Yeah,
take place
definitely.
after Dark Knight.
I can
easily.
believe that easily. Yeah.
And we guess see how season 2 turns out, but nothing in this contradicts anything in the Nolanverse so far.
No. Not at all so far, because there has
Which is
been,
impressive.
and there's been no mention of Bane at all.
Yeah.
So I mean, literally there is nothing, and he even went along with the idea of how Two-Face is already dead and everything. And I liked how when he was pulling the cards out of the deck, and he got to when he mentioned Harvey Dent, he ripped him in 2 pieces.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. But
So knowing what we do about Dark Knight Rises, what do you think about if this was Batman's last adventure? That he got shot in the leg by the shotgun, and that was
and then
it.
he just took off. He's done.
Screw it.
you know what? I'm
The
sorry.
Joker got me.
yeah. He finally wins.
His plan.
This one's a draw.
It is funny being that like the whole reason we're doing all this is for Batman, and we did this like viral idea, which was like really cool. I'm really glad we did it, but it's like Batman shows up in 1 episode,
Yeah,
and he just gets owned like for real. That's all that he makes an entrance. He's like, I should have killed you, and then he just gets shot in the side with a shotgun.
Never heard from.
And yeah, and he just runs away. But that's
And
cool
Back
though.
to the Joker wrecking shit.
Yeah, but it's cool. I mean, it's cool to see like the Joker's perspective, and kind of in the same sense of what's it called? Paradise Lost. Kind of like make like Satan the protagonist. You know what I mean? It's cool to kind of see that perspective. But Batman is very, very, very has little to no involvement in this at all. So
No, Bruce Wayne is mentioned all of like twice, and if you just took Batman scenes, I guess it'd be like 2 whole minutes.
yeah, very little.
Absolute focus on Joker background.
So, I guess what about the side characters? How'd y'all like everybody other than the guy that played the Joker?
The homeless guy.
The homeless guy
was
I
the
don't
best,
know,
for
this
sure.
guy.
For sure.
Yeah. I think-
Absolutely good at everything. He's done everything. Hey, gun.
I think they called him Ted, but he should be, okay, in the Batman '89 movie with Jack Nicholson. His number 1 guy is Bob the Goon, and he's just like the perfect soldier.
Yeah.
Well, this is the Nolan version of Bob the Goon. This guy's awesome.
Theodore.
Yeah.
Theodore, yeah. And no matter what the Joker mentions, he's like, well, yeah, I need a medic. He's like, well, I used to be a field medic, or I used to be a delivery man, or whatever.
And you don't know if he's crazy or not. I just love when they introduce, like, do you want to die? Maybe.
Maybe, yeah. Kinda. I mean.
Is that actually throw the Joker off?
But that's what's cool because
he takes the dude's wallet and he's like, "Here, here's 100 and now $20."
No, yeah. I expected there to be more. Well, I have a bank account. Okay, there's $20.
Yeah, this dude went through hell for $20.
Yeah.
Do I have to take my pants off?
Yeah. He kept asking to take his pants off. That was awesome.
For the low cost of $20, he accompanied the Joker for like several terrorist acts and shot at least a few police officers.
Yeah, for sure.
5-star police chase.
For sure. First 5-star for sure.
Helicopters and all.
For sure. There was helicopter. And again, that was what was
Another
cool.
reference to the footage. I mean, the
Yeah, the
helicopters
footage. They
with
ran
the spotlight and everything.
Yeah, they just, and I mean, I can't imagine, like you were saying in the behind the scenes, that they had the 2 people working for them ish that were cops, but then it was just them roaming around.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, I'm just thinking, like, if you're the cop and you're getting back in your car, or you just pulled someone over and you're just, glancing at the side, people passing by, you just see, like, a dude in a Joker outfit with a gun on a fucking bald black woman, or whatever. You're like, whoa, what the fuck is happening, Like,
Yeah.
so that was kind of ballsy, to say the least, but it's pretty cool. I mean, I like the legit raw footage, that's obviously how we would do it if we were to do it, I guess, because we don't have the budget either, but I liked it. It fit.
Yeah, this is like 75% guerrilla filmmaking, so passerby saw some interesting stuff for most of these scenes.
That's awesome. I mean, for real, it's like part serious ass filmmaking, part dark Batman.
It's like, think
part
twice about
Jackass.
the scene with the hedge trimmers, where he's holding them over his head, like they're in the middle of a public place, just filming this.
What could be a public execution.
Okay, so Homeless Guy's awesome. How'd y'all like future Harley Quinn?
Like I said, I would, and then there was that one shot where I wouldn't. But mostly it was cool. I like how they made her super mysterious though, and how she had dark hair. But then at the end, when he rushes into her wedding, he keeps mentioning you should have blonde, and at the wedding she had blonde highlights. I didn't really mention that, but I noticed that.
I mean, I want to see that.
And in the last scene, she'd gone like really heavy with her makeup.
Yeah, she went heavy with me, and she went rogue, and she shot
Fit her
Batman.
persona.
No, oh wait, spoiler alert.
Maybe.
Maybe.
So that's why he walks with a cane in the next movie.
Right, yeah.
Okay, so there's not too many 3-dimensional characters in this, just a lot of cameos. So there's Harley Quinn. Y'all have any opinions on Jeremiah Arkham?
It was cool that they made Jeremiah Arkham in it. Me like playing Arkham Asylum in those games so heavily. Amadeus Arkham, I know I questioned that at one point. He was the main proprietor of Arkham when it began, and Jeremiah is the newest like owner and everything. So it was cool how it went like flux with it. But my favorite side character for real was just the homeless guy. Like I can't think of that. I mean, it was cool how they brought in Scarecrow in that one moment when they were in the cafeteria.
I liked that guy Scarecrow.
Yeah, I liked him.
That was really funny. Him trying to eat through the mask.
Yeah, and then the one bite missing out of it. Like, what do I do?
And the Joker's just like.
I wish there'd have been a Croc, but it's a low budget film, so they wouldn't have had the special effects to do a Croc, really.
Yeah, even in
Or
season.
the safety equipment.
Or the safety equipment, yeah.
Yeah, even in season 2, I don't think they could pull off Killer Croc, but their Phantasm looked really good in season 2. I gotta show you that sometime.
Yeah, I'll check season 2 out for sure.
But I guess let's just go through all the cameos. Like you said, Scarecrow shows up for a set for one episode. That's pretty cool.
Ivy's at the wedding.
Yeah.
She's the what is it?
Maid of honor.
Maid of honor, yeah.
Which is fitting.
Thomas Elliott from Hush, he's in it.
That did not click until this viewing.
Yeah.
I've had no idea
The
who
guard.
that guy is.
The guard.
The guard.
With the he's got the dress on in the car. Isn't that him?
Yeah. Bullock. No, that wasn't
No,
Bullock.
he
that was
becomes Locke is who he becomes.
Okay, yeah. But Bullock was in it.
Yeah, Bullock was the guy with the curly hair and the beard.
Yeah. Hugo Strange.
Hugo Strange. The cameraman becomes the creeper. That's a really obscure character. Oh, one of the cameramen. Who else? I don't know. In the text scroll at the very end of the movie, there's all kinds of Easter eggs.
Oh yeah, all kinds of them.
I do like the scene where he's got Arkham and his wife in the kitchen,
That is awesome.
and he's talking about dinner. That scene's really dark.
That was the darkest scene,
Yeah.
probably for sure. Yeah.
That's what drives the next season. She lives barely.
Oh, okay.
Won't go into too much detail on that one.
Yeah.
It's one to watch for sure.
Yeah, one to watch.
She barely pulls through. And,
Whoa, man, we don't even know that yet. What are you
And-
talking about?
and-
Whoa.
And Arkham,
Slow down.
And Arkham is pretty much insane.
Well, no doubt.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah.
The Joker breaks you down, I would say.
Yeah. Look what he did to Harvey Dent.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. And then he's all like, I had a good attorney. Like, I had one, you know. That was just awesome. The only problem I had the whole time, it's not even a problem, it's more just like a thing to laugh at, was that in the wedding scene, the longest scene of the whole series. Okay, so the whole series is filmed as psychiatric evaluation footage, and then he kind of steals the camera every now and then. Well, the found footage from the wedding is the guy just going around filming the wedding. Like, it's some random dude filming wedding footage, and suddenly the Joker breaks in. But when the Joker breaks in and all hell breaks loose, he doesn't like demand him to follow him. He doesn't like put a gun to his head.
Yeah.
He just kind of is like, okay, yeah, dude, this is where the action is. I'm gonna go with it. Like, he's like a real reporter all of a sudden or something.
No, it's not even like a real reporter. Like, oh my god, this is crazy. I have to film this. No, he's like 1 foot away from the Joker.
Yeah.
At all
Yeah.
times.
He's absolutely cool with it.
Straight on him. But I mean, that's what comes with found footage things, you know. I mean, how the hell at the end of not documentary, but Chronicle, how they make it like a found footage documentary, and then at the end of it, it's like, oh, there's news cameras and stuff. You know.
But again, that one scene is the only scene
Yeah, it's the only
where
scene.
where the footage is off.
Yeah, so you like found footage?
I do. I think it's cool, man, because it's like, it's kind of the thing that I have about found footage films, and Cloverfield does suck.
Snow on the Bluff, man.
Cloverfield does suck. Snow on the Bluff, dude. Yeah, dude, you gotta know about some Snow on the Bluff. But the thing I like about that kind of stuff is that it's like super believable. It's like the Batman of Hollywood movies. You know what I mean? Like, it's not just a bunch of special effects and shit. It's like, this could really happen potentially, or at least that's what you think. Kind of like with Batman and stuff like that. Which, while we're on the topic, you know, but so it was cool that I guess they blend both of those, but more the Joker. But I liked him. I mean, definitely check out the Joker blogs on YouTube.
Absolutely.
As somebody that doesn't like found footage, this is really fun. So, I don't know what we'll be doing next. Hopefully, Schumacher, or there's that Joker Rising that's internet too. Maybe do that next time.
Yeah, that one, I know I watched like 2.5 minutes of that on my crappy connection, and it was awesome, so I really would like to get into that one.
But, yeah, definitely check this out. Anything else to add?
I don't know, I kind of want to dive over the table and put a bunch of different note cards up that say cryptic messages and stuff just to go with the footage, but check it out.